Alright, Internet, we have at least rumors for all the LCS rosters of 2020, so Sleep Deprived Donuts has decided it'd be a good idea to make a video. So let's bonsai into this thing with Evil Geniuses, aka C9 Light. Their last position they had to fill was mid lane, and apparently they've been trying to get Chovy, who they offered somewhere in the ballpark of $1 million, but Chovy evidently wanted $2 million. So instead they got a slumping Italian stallion. But fortunately they've got the not at all slumping Bang, who's just been a shining light in the LCS the last couple seasons. Yeah. So my theory is Evil Geniuses have concocted some sort of fancy steroid to get people back into their primes with drugs. That's the big plan. But other than that, the C9 gentlemen are pretty good. Mr. Garen, Mr. Skaran, Sven in particular, real good. Glad Kumo's getting a shot. Zazel's pretty good. Team Liquid. Broxa for Xmithy. Xmithy's good. Brox is good. Okay. Other than that, same team. They're probably just going to keep smashing everybody and winning stuff, and then we don't talk about international stuff. C9, also known as also C9 Light. We've got Mr. Fish, the Blabber, going full Murder Mermaid as a starter in the LCS. I'm into it. I like bloodthirsty monsters. And with the bloodthirsty Niski in mid lane, that mid jungle is going to be entertaining. Licorice, I'm high on Licorice. He is fun to watch. That is a weird statement, high on Licorice. That probably means different things somewhere. But in this context, Licorice is pretty good. Support Vulcan, also pretty good. He looks pretty darn promising. Sven, I'm hearing weirdly positive things about this guy. Not sure what everyone's on about. Hearing similar things to what we heard a couple years ago with, yeah, give this guy a chance. He's gonna be so good. He's pretty good at, positioning in critical moments to never get caught and such. I completely agree. No concerns here at all. Other than that, C9 looks pretty fun, at least entertaining, and probably actually pretty good. Team Solo Mid is actually renaming to Team Toxic Jungle. They did it. They did it, boys. They got Mr. Doc. Everyone's been talking about it for every second of every minute for the last while TSM's been loose and stuff, and they actually brought him in. So I'm pretty hyped about this team because either it works and they're good and that's fun, or it doesn't work and it'll be hilarious. Both of these options are great. I like Bio Daddy. He's fun, just all around enjoyable. Guy pulls out stuff like Zyra support too, so that gives him bonus points in my eyes too, as clearly a bloodthirsty maniac. I like kill supports, that's fun. Kabi seems probably pretty promising. We'll see how that one pans out. Broken Blade clearly has a pretty high ceiling. He didn't do as hot in summer, but we'll see what happens if he kicks it back into gear. And Mr. Bjergsen, Mr. Equity Man in the mid lane. He's pretty good. Team Toxic Jungle may be a contender. We'll see. Which brings us to 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves encountered an issue and had to revert to a previous version. But instead of Ryu, they got a different Ree in Ryoma. And they went with Stunt for support because apparently he's good friends with Mr. Sun. And apparently all those lessons we've learned about friendship from kids' shows and anime are really going to pan out and bring these guys some wins this season. We'll see what actually happens. But Meteos, real good. Someday can be super good. We'll see what happens there. And overall, 100 Thieves might be a fun team once again. We'll see if the scouting on Ryoma was actually as hyped as they seem to think it is. Dignitas, Team Huni, they actually managed to get 5 players, which is absolutely incredible. I'm sure everyone's seen all the stuff about the Huni salary of 2.3 million guaranteed money, which is bonkers, but they did manage to get a full roster. So Grig in jungle, he plays League of Legends. He is even a jungler. He's physically present, so, he's there. Alright. Froggen, I've heard some people have some question marks about the Frog and Huni synergy, but I'm kind of thinking there's some hope there. Froggen is a CSing god that plays some very Froggen champions, and the jungler is going to be top lane all game trying to kill Huni as he is in the enemy nexus pushed up so far. So Froggen can play his own game just fine, and they're both going to try to do some strunk team fights late game. This might actually work. I have hope. We'll see. It'll at least be fun to watch. And then in bot lane, we've got Johnson, who is super young but apparently pretty promising, with Aframu. And Aframu not long ago was MVP. I know he's been slumping, but he can be good. And at the very, very least, he's a super experienced support who can help get Johnson up to speed as being an LCS carry. So this team might actually pan out to be pretty good, even though they spent all of offseason making everybody in the world angry. So we'll see how they do. They won't be Team Liquid, but they might be fun. Golden Guardians. GG indeed. Oof. We are all so sorry, Hanser. This is the team that brings you Keith support on purpose. Oof. We'll see how it goes. Oof. Could be great. Oof. No. They did do a good thing in bringing in Golden Glue for the GGGG. But other than that, big oofs, Golden Guardians. No. I have heard that Closer's supposed to be pretty good. We'll see if that's true. Counter Logic Gaming. First of all, Smoothie is not the AD carry. That's a typo. Stixxay is AD carry. Smoothie support. That would be an even crazier roster swap. Don't get excited. Smoothie, apparently they wanted this trade, which surprises me because I think BioDaddy is all around better than Smoothie, but they wanted a louder voice, and they're gonna get that with Smoothie. Apparently Smoothie talks, if anything, too much, so we'll see if they're happy with it. But Crown in the mid lane, that's a nice big upgrade over PoE, so overall this team seems to have improved, and since they finished 3rd last season, maybe this is a contender. We'll see what happens here. Flyquest is here. Alright, Power of Evil, mid lane, nope. Centaurin's pretty good though. Viper has some pretty high highs. Bot lane is there. Wild Turtles world content is pretty entertaining. I don't know how that helps them get wins in the season, but that's a thing. Okay. Immortals, Xmithie chose to go to this team that brings you all-tech AD carry. So as might come back to form, we'll see what happens there. Hako's pretty good. I have no idea who Ika is. Iaka, that's what I'm going with. There's no way that's right, so I'm for sure choosing that rendition of pronunciation. Otherwise, not very hyped about it, but at least Immortals fans get Xmithie back. And Immortals back, so there you go, double whammy. See how far Xmithie can carry these guys. Alright, and so last of all, I tried to make this video without an all-NA team discussion, but I was contacted and told that I would be fined if I didn't have this slide in here. So I put it in to appease the powers that be, so, bear with me. This was mandated. But top lane, apparently Solo just got hit by a bus or abducted by aliens or something. I don't know. This guy just disappeared off the face of the earth. I haven't even seen him in Reddit discussions, really. He's just been MIA. So, not sure what happened there, but he is a good, albeit toxic top laner that in the LNA discussion would make sense. Jungle, Acadian, even Grig got a spot. In a less stressful environment, knowing he's starting, because I'm definitely not going to come up with an academy roster also. So, he's starting, no pressure, just go kill everybody, be ham, it'll be great. He might thrive, who knows. Mid, Demonte / Pobelter. Everyone has just been quietly, commenting here and there, not really making a big fuss about it, except, oh my gosh, everything's blowing up about Demonte and Pobelter. So, double whammy. So what I'm thinking here is one gets the keyboard and the other gets the mouse, and if they sit in the same chair, one sits in the other's lap, maybe Raito will make a special rule that lets this happen so that we get both of them in mid lane. There you go. Support Diamond, because spoilers, I put AD carry Sneaky, so there might be some synergy. All the other C9 guys are getting a shot, so why not Diamond? He does seem pretty promising. But an alternative option with this all-NA discussion is these role swaps are happening. Even Keith's going support. So someone like Pobelter, obviously mechanically good, pretty selfless mid, would certainly have the knowledge, the experience, the mechanics to pick this up pretty quickly. I don't think he's gonna outdo Core JJ, but I do think he could outdo a lot of the other supports, so why not? One of those. And then AD carry Sneaky. I realize that he's not actually a free agent. He's still under contract with C9, but he's not starting, so he's getting plopped in here for the all-NA discussion. And all around, this team would be pretty darn popular with Sneaky, Demonte, Pobe, pretty well liked fellas. So this team would be popular and pretty good. It would in no way beat Team Liquid, but it would in no way lose to Golden Guardians. So there you go. That's it. That's the 11 teams of the LCS 2020. If this video didn't make your eyes bleed, let me know. Alright, peace.